Welcome to a tutorial on Inflow. This is a simple steps tutorial where I'll walk you through the simple steps of exporting and importing products. I'm Lance, inventory software expert since 2006, and be sure to watch our deep dive demo if you'd like to see more. Okay, so I'll start you out on the desktop screen. To find the exports and imports, go to the hamburger area over here, scroll all the way down, and you'll have an export and import. Before I do that, I think it'd probably be good to put in a little plug and say before you mass import, it's always good to first create product and see the data laid out. So if you're just starting fresh, unlike this database, you'll start out with just creating the product. And we created a video. Be sure to watch our video on how to create products. And that will give you some data to export. So when you do export the product, you'll have data to look at and it'll make more sense. Okay, so, but anyways, over on the left-hand side is where you'll export. So we'll click export, click. And then you see we have a lot of different options of data types to export. In this example, we'll choose the product details data type. I will export that, export. In your case, we're hoping that you're just exporting 1, 2, or 3 products. That went to our downloads folder. You saw that, so we can come here and grab this. You'll notice in a previous video, we did another one. Be sure to watch that video. That's the deep dive video. Click, and this will show us the data that we exported. I love this new feature in Excel where it says, hey, do you want to keep the leading zeros? Yes, stop getting rid of our leading zeros. What the heck? So no, do not convert, keep the leading zeros. And I'll just put in a plug. If you can avoid having leading zeros on your parts, please avoid it. It'll make your life so much better. But then here's the product details that was exported. Be sure to watch our deep dive demo that goes over all these fields on the product details. So you'll do your work, you'll mass upload or mass populate this spreadsheet with all of your data. And then once you're done, be sure to save it in .csv format. Okay, it needs to be in CSV. Now, the software does export it in .csv, so you shouldn't have to change it unless you're working on it for a long time. I do like to, turn on filters, also turn on freeze panes. Those are some good features to use when you're working in a spreadsheet. So you can scroll to the right, scroll to the left, sort, do all your sorting that you need to sort, right? Then if you need to save highlights and whatnot, save it in .xls. But then before you import it, make sure that you save it in .csv. Okay, let's go back to Inflow now. We'll pretend like we got all of our work done that we needed to do. To import it back in, we just go back to the top left-hand area, scroll all the way down, select import, select the data type that we're importing. So in this case, it's product details. And then we can click and drag or browse to the file. In this case, I'm just going to browse. So I'll browse to that, select it, click next. And in this case, scroll down a bit if we need to edit data mapping down here at all. There's data mapping to match up header to header to header, right? Our Excel spreadsheet, if you fudged with it at all and changed the headers, or maybe you're importing from a different spreadsheet and you're building it from scratch, double check to make sure that your headers match up with the import data you're trying to import. The common mistakes I see people make is like this case, barcode. Oh, you might have said bar space code, and then it wouldn't have found it automatically. It's got to be a perfect match to find it, or maybe description. You typed in product description and it didn't see it. So anyways, you get my point. It's always good to take a second look to make sure it's got all of the fields. And also it's easiest if you don't have to map it, right? So back on your spreadsheet, it's easiest if you make the headers the exact name that the software is looking for. It'll make your life so much easier. So then, yeah, once you're done with that, click import and it'll just import. It says our import is in progress. We can go ahead and continue working while it imports. This isn't going to duplicate products if it matches. So if the product matches, it's going to update the product. If the product does not match, it will create the product. Okay, so this will either create or update your product record. So if we click OK, we can go ahead and continue working, and it'll actually update the product list as we continue working. So hopefully this video is helpful. Thanks for watching this simple steps tutorial. Click like, subscribe, you know the drill, comment below. Be sure to watch the deep dive tutorial of this to see more information.